Welcome to the Orland Township Getting to Know Your Neighbor series. My name is Kelly O'Brien, and today we're going to have a conversation with the Orland Township Supervisor Paul O'Grady and Morgan Brown, the Groups and Local Missions Pastor at Parkview Christian Church, the Orland campus. Supervisor O'Grady, Pastor Morgan, how are you both today?
Doing awesome. Yeah.
It's my understanding that you two know each other and you've worked previously with the Township Food Pantry. Paul, I wonder if you can start by telling us a little bit about the food pantry.
Yes, good morning, Kelly. Thank you so much for putting this together. Yes, the food pantry, which has been around for years, which helps those who have fallen on hard times in our community, has expanded over the years, and we've expanded it to include refrigerated and freezer units, partnering with our corporate partners, our community, our churches, our Boy Scouts, our Girl Scouts, our Kiwanis clubs, and so forth, and Lions Club. And those partnerships have proven to be very fruitful this year when the pandemic started. And, you know, not only were we called upon to help more and more people that never needed to use a food pantry before, we needed more and more volunteers and more assistance. And that's where Pastor Morgan and her group and her members at Parkview responded so awesomely and so often and really helped the food pantry help. We were doing 500 families every other weekend and over 1,000 people. And Pastor Morgan and her members came every time and helped us so much. It was immense. So, you know, we're very thankful for her.
Mm-hmm. Pastor Morgan, how long has the church been involved with the township?
Yeah, so as I know, they were involved with them before I became on staff and everything, but it was just even this past year when I came on, just really building that relationship with the Orland Food Pantry and to start developing that bridge where our community and our people can go out and be the church outside of these church walls.
Have you found that a lot of your parishioners want to be involved?
Completely. That's like a lot of our people's hearts and their desires to go out and serve the community and to serve their neighbor. Our people are continually asking how they could be more involved in Orland and Tinley and just the surrounding cities. So it's been awesome when we're able to share these opportunities. Their first response is, yes, let's do it.
And Supervisor O'Grady, you know, given that we're living in such unprecedented times, have you seen a real difference in terms of the need here in our community?
Oh, most certainly. And it's not only the needs that have risen, it's connecting with the people that don't traditionally use our resources. So, you know, it's the bus boys and the waiters and the dishwashers and the cooks that aren't traditionally that have jobs and have always had jobs that are all of a sudden displaced because of the pandemic. And it's reaching out and finding them and pulling them in and letting them know what resources we have and then connecting them with us. Well, and then having our volunteers there to help load their cars because it is a touchless process right now.
The contactless delivery, sure. And so, yeah. Pastor Brown, how is it that you kind of inform your parishioners that they can get involved in something like this?
Yeah, so usually during the year, outside of even COVID, we always have a yearly food drive. So our people are aware of the Orland Township and the Orland Food Pantry and how to get involved. But this past year with COVID going on, we've been able to have monthly food drives. And that is one action step to share with the people. Not only are they able to come and drop off and donate, either like online or here at the campus, but they then are able to go and be the hands and feet and actually serve on that Friday to see where the food is going to the community.
That is incredible. And so, Paul, you know, this must be a real source of pride for the township.
It certainly was, Kelly. And Pastor Morgan came out and was out there every weekend, and she saw, you know, the first one we did of the drive-through. There were people lined up at 7 o'clock in the morning, even though we didn't open till 9. There was over 300 cars in line even before we moved the first cone to get started. It was just, you know, incredible need. And so proud on one hand that, you know, we were able to have the resources in the community to help so many, But then, and I'm sure Pastor Morgan would agree with me, to look inside those cars and see the children and others, hurting right here in our community was, quite an emotional roller coaster.
Of course, of course. And then for those that are watching today, how can they get involved? Let me start with you, Pastor Brown.
Yeah, so I think the biggest part of people just getting involved is just reaching out to their local community, reaching out to the township and seeing what the needs are, because they're continually to come in. And if we want to be able to serve our neighbor and love them well, I believe that is the next step, doing that.
Thank you. And Paul?
Well, that's a tough one to follow up, Pastor Morgan. So, you can always reach out for us at the township at 708-403-4222. We're located at 14807 South Ravinia. The township has been open since the pandemic started. The food pantry's been opened every day on week during our hours, 8 to 4:30. So it's really easy to get involved and volunteer. We have drop-off days where you can just pop your trunk and we'll remove it. So there's, very little contact. So there's many ways to get involved. And of course, it is the season to try to reach out and make sure everybody has a blessed, happy holiday season.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And if I could just add one more thing too, I think there's no greater joy than being able to give back and to serve. So I just encourage you guys just to take that step. Maybe that's donating food or just hanging out at the food pantry one day. You're going to see how much people are appreciated by your acts in this community.
Sure. And I would just like to add that, Pastor Morgan and all the members of our at Parkview, they don't even just talk the talk, they walk the walk. And, it was really awesome when they came out and did so much for us, from directing traffic to registering to people to loading the cars. There was not one thing that you could ask of them that they said no to, and then they just go full force and give everything of all their time and talent. So it's special to be the township supervisor. It makes it so easy when you have partners like that in our community. So I just want to send out a big thanks to all the members of Parkview, from donating the food to coming up and volunteering. It was really overwhelming and really, really cool.
Well, with that, I want to thank both of you for joining us today. I hope that our audience has heard your message, gets involved at this holiday season. Wishing you and everybody watching today healthy and happy holidays. Thank you both. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, Kelly. Thank you.